Hello, welcome to Liminal Writing. This is our first time after a few seasons to be in the same space together.
We've done actual writing in a market in Bangkok. So we're going to read out to you. First time we're going to read it to each other too. And again, those who just happen to stumble upon liminal writing. Liminal writing is for Lee and I, Ces. We take 10 minutes to write, timed writing, do free flow time writing for 10 minutes, and then we read it back to each other. So that's what we're gonna do now. You're with us to
So we do have a trigger phrase that
Everything.
launches us for each session.
and this one, Lee suggested just 2 words.
Night breeze. So this was after dinner and a really good dessert, ice cream. All right.
When we're not together, when we're on Zoom, I always come first. So when we're together, I still read first.
Correct.
All right. Night breeze. The kind that soothes the otherwise sticky feeling that the humid air of Bangkok leaves on your skin. It is warm still, but the night breeze brings the promise of cooler moments. I sit here with Lee outside a Swenson's ice cream parlor, writing atop a plastic laminate table, with the night breeze egged on by ceiling fans. The piped in music of pop localized with Thai rhythm and lyrics and nasally produced vocals filling the air. Occasional sounds of motors roaring on the main street, adding texture to an otherwise ordinary soundscape. This is a moment of pause, of non thinking, of prodding my brain to notice what I can see on the space a meter away from me, violet, white, fuchsia flowers from hanging baskets, steel chairs in dullest of light brown, to hear the sounds and welcome them even as they would be melodies I would otherwise not choose to listen to feel the night breeze in all its stickiness and warmth, its kindness, and its comforting caress.
All right.
That's my read.
Here's mine. It's still damp. The skin, my skin, stretched over my frame, a freshly harvested net. It's still damp. These evening hours with people waiting for their rides home, tired, forlorn, almost for all, with a few joyous and expectant of the moment with loved ones. It's still damp. The cool light, wind, and drops of liquid joy on the skin, my skin. The wind swaying my sweat over my shoulders and forearms. The night breezes catches the dampness for all to tell, for all to feel. That's it.
It's kind of similar, the stickiness and the dampness. We were by the river,
Chao Praya?
by the Chao Phraya River. The market was by the river. It was a nice breeze though,
Yeah.
wafting. So
I think it's different. There's kind of like a languid quality to the writing.
This
I think
time.
for this time.
Lee and I had just worked for the first time together since university days. We were in the theater together, street theater in particular, and also in a singing group, a protest singing group in our youth. But we've had a lot of conversations over the recent years, catching up with where our lives have led us, especially in terms of the work we do.
Yeah.
There, we saw some convergence because I've been doing a lot of training myself,
Yeah.
facilitating learning, designing learning, bringing people together.
Leaders from civil society.
But also LGBT groups and SRHR activists and feminists. And this was then an opportunity that popped up for a convening from my work I was leading here in Bangkok, bringing global leaders together. Lee was the perfect profile for it.
From my work immersion learning and with leaders. I work in the space of leadership development, and in the last 2 decades, I've really worked with the private sector, with business people.
Emerging and established leaders,
Yeah.
bringing together those also for learning.
Yes. When this opportunity arose, and for me to be able to support Ces in the work, particular for this convening, and bring in, some thinking around the kinds of conversations that can be had, helping leaders shift their mindset
Yeah.
or approach to certain challenges, how to look differently at opportunities around collaboration, around trust building, around realizing the collective strength as leaders, bonding and seeing how much further things can be moved towards the greater good.
And I guess a bit of a full circle for you in terms of then working with activists, including LGBT activists.
There was a huge settling in the comfort that I was with leaders from my community, from the queer community, from people that have done work around climate justice. It was really heartening to be in
Great.
this space. I've always been an optimist, so it feels like a good future ahead, despite knowing the huge challenge, the shifts in the way
The pushback
government,
to rights,
authoritarian,
the pushback to rights that we've kind of fought for over the decades.
and the rise again of authoritarian governments. But knowing that there are people who continue to see that we can move in a way that's good for everybody.
So that was an intense week for us, because it was already the weekend. We were able to go to the river and have, what did we have? Tom yum goong, which is
You always have tom yum.
the Thai dish. Is my comfort dish here.
I had crab omelette and
then Thai tea,
with
Thai milk
ice,
tea,
yeah.
with lots of ice.
Yeah.
And then sit and have dessert of ice cream. We had
Rum raisin,
rum raisin.
and we had
Mint.
mint chocolate, and then the other one was Turkish coffee.
So the writing was after all that. That's why the tone is very different
From other episodes that we've done.
There's a slowing down of what was a really intense week together. So it was also a different experience doing liminal writing in longhand. We usually do liminal writing. You'd be in Toronto.
Yeah.
I'd be in London, and then we would be typing on our computers. But this time we didn't have our computers with us. We had our notepads. So it's a different vibe too, right?
Very much so.
And I kind of miss it. It's different.
Yeah. Found out I was
Hand.
pausing more with the
Really?
longhand.
I needed more time with the longhand because we do 10 minutes. It's slower because we touch type, right? When you're doing liminal writing, you can just carry on like that. But when it's longhand, but it's a different experience too. So maybe you could also do that. Try for those of you interested to try liminal writing. Find a trigger word or borrow some of ours and see where it takes you. You can do longhand or type on your laptop.
See how it feels different for you, if there's any difference in your rhythm, in the way that you think about it.
I think it worked for us because we were kind of slowing down anyway. We wanted to slow kind of like that. And you said it slowed you down. Maybe that's what we needed. Yeah, that moment. Thanks for joining us. And
See you next time.
the next time you'll see us, it'll be him back in Toronto, me probably back in London.
Thank you for listening. This is Liminal Writing. Bye.